Hello, my name is Peter Parfitt. Welcome to the new Brit workshop. This is the Festool PDC 18/4 percussion drill driver. It's one of their latest machines. It's bang up to date. Now this is a demonstration machine, and so it's seen plenty of action already. The machine comes fitted with an 18-volt 4.2 ampere-hour lithium ion battery. In the box there is a second 4.2 ampere-hour battery. There is also a battery charger. There is an auxiliary handle together with a depth stop. There is a normal chuck. There is a Centrotec chuck. There is also an angle attachment, a tool holder, and of course instructions and guarantee information. And in the lid of the box there's a handy storage area and some dividers are provided. The PDC 18/4 is the jack of all trades as far as cordless drill drivers go, and this is why. Gosh, it was windy when I took this shot. The drill is in the percussion position and we're drilling into a standard UK concrete block. And it can be used for drilling, and of course it is also a pretty powerful screwdriver. I don't want to go into my bench, I'll go crosswise. Well, let's have a quick guided tour of the machine. And we'll start at the very front here. This is the Fastfix connector which is on the front of the machine. More of this in a minute. Working this way we have the drill oblique percussion switch here. That's for drilling into concrete or brickwork, and this is for normal drilling and screw driving. Then you have the speed control. There are 4 positions, 1 to 4. As you lower the speed, so the torque range increases up to a maximum in speed 1 of 12 Newton meters. And here you have the torque control, which has 12 positions, 1 to 12. And at either end, this end and at that end, there's a drilling position. And the interesting thing with this torque control is that it uses a sensor and it gives you an audible warning, and the machine stops when the required torque is reached. Just under the main barrel of the machine is a forward and reverse switch, which you'll have seen on many other drills and drill drivers. And here we have the proportional trigger on-off switch, and this will allow you to get the speed absolutely precise. I've stuck a piece of tape on the end of the Fastfix connector here, and you just look at how I can go full speed in speed 1, and I can get this going around as slowly as I wish, and that is very, very easy to control. I'll go up to speed 4, so this is maximum speed, and I can now get this going using the trigger nice and slowly. There is a switch on the side here. You press this and the tool light switches on. It will stay on until you switch it off. Note, when you switch it off, there is an indicator here of battery status. Basically, if it's a solid green, no flashing at all, you know the battery is fully charged. If it's flashing slowly, then the battery is partially charged, probably up to around about the 70 to 80% mark. If it's flashing rapidly green, then it indicates that the battery has a little bit of charge, but not a great deal. And then if it's yellow, it is fully discharged. And there are some warning ones which are in red, which you can read about in the instructions. And so this battery is showing a rapid flash here. So if I were to take this battery off, now when I put it in the charger, you can now see that on the charger it too uses the same symbology. So it's flashing green indicates that that battery is only partially charged. And if you leave it in the charger like this, it will go through the various phases, slow flashing green when it's nearly fully charged, and then continuous green when it's absolutely ready to go. And just to the rear of the light there is an area with some magnets where you can store your bits, and they'll stay there until you need them. There are belt hooks, one on either side, and they can be pushed out of the way when not required. I'm now going to go through all of the different ways that this tool can be used using the kit that's supplied as part of the package. But you'll see several items that are not part of the package, and I want to point them out to you. This is a Festool Centrotec Posi-Drive bit. This is a normal bit holder, and that has a small Posi-Drive bit fitted to it. And this is a normal Posi-Drive bit. Right, starting with the bare machine, there is a hexagonal socket here, and in that you can put any hex bit, even those which you've had in your drawer for donkey's years. So those all fit in there. But this is a Fastfix adapter here, and the Fastfix is designed to take a variety of additional items, like this Centrotec chuck. Once that's on there, you can take a Centrotec bit and fit it like so. And there are a whole range of drills, bits, and other devices which come with this Centrotec interface. After that, you can put an ordinary chuck on using the Fastfix system. This got a little spring-loaded part here, and just push it on, and there we go. Ordinary chuck, and now you could put, for example, if you wanted to put one of your legacy bit holders in here, you could do that, and away you go. Remove the chuck, pull back on there, and pull it off. There is an angle adapter, and this angle adapter basically takes the Fastfix fixing here and puts it there. And there are a number of different ratchet positions here which correspond here, so you can have this facing whichever way you wish. There's a spring-loaded section in the middle, put your fingers in there, pull back on the spring-loaded bit, and away you go. Now you can fix your Centrotec chuck here, and then put any Centrotec bits in there, like so, and you've got an angle device, and lots of other things can go in there. You can put your drill chuck there, if you wish, and away you go. And then you can put a drill in there, and so on and so forth. Also in the kit you have this Centrotec adapter. Now this could fit in there, but that's not the way it's intended to be used. You put the Centrotec chuck in, and then put this adapter into there so it's held properly, and now you can use some of your legacy bits and pieces in here. So that's all provided. And then you can fix the auxiliary handle on like so. You can have it in any position you like. You can fit this depth stop if you wish here, and once it's set up you just tighten this up and it's all held in place. And remember, if you're working in a confined space, you can put the angle adapter on very simply. It's a Fastfix tool like so, and you then put the little Centrotec chuck there, and you can then add your Centrotec screwdriver, and you can get in between your floor joists, whatever it might be, and away you go. And this doesn't compromise your ability in any way whatsoever. Screws go in very, very easily indeed. And if I put this up to full speed, same size screw. And at this point, let me point out the torque setting here. If you have it on too low a torque, when you try and make the machine go, you'll hear that noise, and that's basically the machine saying that it's either reached the desired torque or it's unable to start the screw driving process because the torque is exceeded. So I'll put it back up to 12, which is maximum torque, so I can now take that screw out. Well, actually I don't think a 5 by 50 millimeter screw is much of a challenge, so I've got a couple of these. They're about 250 millimeters long, and let's have a go at this. There's one. There's the other. Absolutely effortless. But then you think, well, he's done this before. Of course I have. Here's something just a bit bigger. This one's 300. Let's pop this one in. Right, I know what you're saying, that's not much of a challenge. Well, this one is 450 millimeters long. Let's pop that one in and we'll see how we go. What I've done is I've got this on speed 1 on the maximum torque setting, and I'm going all the way through this. And there we go, it came out the other end. Now let me just warn you, if you're demonstrating this at the building site to one of your friends when you buy one of these, don't touch this screw because it's now very hot. Hello? What do you mean it's not demanding enough? You need, okay, I'll show them a little bit more. Thank you, bye-bye. Well, here we've got a slightly bigger lump of wood. Let's see what this machine can really do. Okay, let's start with something small. Let's not be too ambitious, after all. I better prove that I'm not putting these into existing holes. So there we go. Put this in. Now I'm just going to show you this rather nifty set of wood drills which come in a lovely little case like this, and its part number is 498227. And you can see just how clean these holes are, and there are all sorts of other bits and pieces which are really nifty as well. If you want to drill holes to a certain depth, you can get this gadget. And it just fits into the Centrotec adapter, and you can do a series of nice clean holes, all exactly the same depth. You might want to do a countersink operation at the same time. This is the tool to do that, and as you can see, there's a hole with a countersink, and you do that all day, every day. Now I've done my very best in this relatively short time to tell you as much as I can about the PDC-18. This is a combi drill. A combi drill drills into wood, drills into concrete, drills into brick, it puts screws in with torque control and so on. And the PDC-18 does all of those things with absolutely no problem at all. It's got bags of power, it's easy to use, it's got precise control, and you've seen me demonstrate that. And there's one thing I've learnt in the 10 days that I've been using this machine, and that is yet again that Festool have demonstrated that they are adamant to always look at the system approach. And in this case, it's the Fastfix chucks that you can put onto this machine and others like it. It's the way they fit on and off so very easily. It's this Centrotec concept. It's not just drill bits, but it's drills themselves and other little gadgets. And I'm going to do a separate video about the Centrotec system sometime later this year. But it's all really beautifully engineered, it fits together well, and that is just so typical of Festool. So if you're going to take just one tool to the job site, this is the tool for you. It's a jack of all trades, it's going to do everything you need to do, and it's got the power to spare. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.